Hey y'all, welcome back. So, gosh, it's been a really rough 24 hours, and there's a lot of stuff that's going on behind the veil. And, I talked to y'all about this storm coming in, and that was like, what, 2 days ago? The storm is here, okay? It's coming in, and it's like any way you slice it, it feels bad, like it just. It feels bad because there's obviously these two conflicting energies that are going at it. But the problem is that one of those energies that we're up against is a very highly advanced AI energy, okay? And they have programmed these energies to try and basically create a universe of their own, okay? A universe of their own to control us and to get whatever it is that they want. So we're in like this really epic battle right now, and it's a spiritual war and it's an energy war. And what happens is that when they have this advanced technology that they can basically infiltrate our entire systems, they can get into our codes, they can get into our contracts, they can get into anything, they can get into our life, and they can just see and take whatever they want from us because that's what they have been working on. And then they can steal our life from us, and then they can take our lives completely. And so I have felt an imminent danger for our country over the last several weeks, but mostly like today. I definitely feel it today where it feels like we are not operating at the level we're supposed to be operating at. And it's part of the war, and it's part of who wants to own the world right now. And the US is obviously a superpower, okay? And so if this group can take over this country, that would mean that they would take it all, okay? And so that is the threat right now. And the threat is the spiritual warfare, and the AI that they're using is deadly. And it's linked to the V2K, and it's linked to space, and it's linked to a lot of these techies and things like that. So we have to be aware of like what's going on and what the threats are, because people who don't know how to energetically protect themselves right now in a form of warfare are in danger because they have no protections, okay? Because it's an energy war, all right? So we have to be moving into higher ways of being and thinking right now to be able to defeat this enemy. And that's why so many of you guys have been prepared to do this type of work, especially all of the goddesses, okay, that I've met during my goddess school, divine sorcery, my earth force space team, okay? All of you guys were being fully activated for this type of energy war. And so right now we are going to have to pull together energetically in a different way where we're not able to use the same kind of weapons that we are used to using anymore in the physical plane, because it's about protecting our energy in a whole other way. Not only our energy, but our life force, our life, And so thank you, Polly. Thank you so much for hitting the likes, guys, and sharing this video. So what I have been getting messages on is that this group has stolen our contracts, and they take the contracts as their own, okay? So when they take our contracts from us, then it's like we are all of a sudden trapped in their world and we lose our power, okay? And that's where we've been for several years now. And the contracts have to get back and realigned, and they took those contracts. So when they took those contracts, it takes us away from our support systems and our soul family and our protections as well. So that's like a really big part of what has to shift right now, is making sure that these dark people don't have our contracts, but they have been working with very advanced, species, races, aliens, and things like that to access this information and to break into our sacred portals. So we have to almost like lift the vibration of the planet in a completely different way than we are used to be able to override this type of warfare that they have created through their technologies. And we are definitely in a very strange place right now. Like, we're very much in a strange place. So I'm going to see what messages are coming through. But the messages that I have gotten over the last couple of years have never been really positive messages. And, you know, I have really questioned a lot about what happened during the Trump presidency, and so much stuff has not come out about it. And it's by design that it doesn't come out. It just feels like everybody is trapped. Like when I look at people in Congress that are trying to do what's right, it feels like they're trapped. When I look at people in the White House that are trying to do their jobs, they feel trapped. It feels like we are in like a chess game, okay? And it's like checkmate, and like we have to freaking rise like warriors right now in a way that we've never risen before, because this group is deadly, okay? They're not our friends. And for anyone who has tricked the American people into thinking that these people are our friends, are criminals and they're terrorists of our nation. They are not our friends at all. And we cannot take orders from these people, and we cannot listen to them, okay? Because it is a matter of not only our country, we would lose the world, okay? It's not just about our country anymore. And we have to rise in a way. I feel that we haven't like risen before. It'll take me to like George Washington time frame. So like, I mean, that's a long time ago. That's a long time, okay? We have to rise on that level, okay? So all of you from his original army, you better buckle up, motherfuckers, because you gotta freaking kick some fucking ass right now, okay? Because that's where we're at. That's where we are at, okay? You know, a lot of stuff has been exposed to us, and we have to just make sure that we have the correct protections around us, and they're constantly trying to crash our protections, okay? That's like a big part of their warfare. But there is one thing that I can say positively about this war, and the one thing I know is that they are Satanists. And I also know that this enemy has stolen every single thing that they have. And the only way to win this war is to go 150% to the light. And we have to basically get everything they have taken from the universe, the world, everything, and reset it all back and get all those energies away from this group that they have taken, because it's not theirs, okay? So it's a false power, it's a false matrix, but we still have to come together in a force of energy that is so powerful in love and light that overtakes that energy to crash that world completely, to get them out of our protections, okay, and out of our energy fields, okay, and away from all of the realms of protection, because they've infiltrated and they've even piggybacked into them, okay, on very enlightened people, and have gotten into their sacred portals and are hiding in their sacred portals, okay, because that's the level that this is at, because they know that if they don't hide in our sacred spaces with our contracts and take our lives from us, that they will die. And that is how we win the war, okay? Because they actually have already expired their soul contracts and agreements, because they have broken every single human universal law, okay? Yeah, so we have to like really kick some booty and understand what we're dealing with here, okay? All of these people are expired, and it's not an accident that someone died from the Nixon administration today who was 100 years old, okay? We have watched our own president's health decline very, very quickly, questionably quickly, the minute, he was inaugurated, okay? We watched a lot of stuff happen to him, and that is not an accident. And I'm going to sit here and tell you it is not an accident, okay? There are reasons that things are happening to certain people, okay? There is a reason that people are not activated at the level they're supposed to be activated at. Anyone who is a threat to this group or gets in the way of them in any way is taken out. And that is how they operate. And that's how they have operated for centuries, lifetimes. And we have been warned about it by many celebrities, okay? And there's a lot of videos and content that is circulating. We gotta defeat the zombies. They are zombies. That's how you know. They don't have personalities, these people. They're just like, they're dead to the world. That's how you know. You're like, yeah, you're missing something. Zombies all around. So, it is important for us to just understand the level of this warfare and the impact of this warfare, and to understand how far they have gone and are willing to go. Okay, we do have to understand the level they are willing to go, because they are ruthless. They are freaking ruthless. Okay. Let me see if there's other messages like around this. I'll see if there's other messages for you guys right now. But this is the storm, and people right now have to be really careful what side they're picking, okay, and what side they're gonna go on. Are you with the light or are you with the dark? Because there's no in between right now. There is no in between, because the only way for us to save the world right now is to go all the way to the light. Okay, that's the energies we are in right now, and that is part of us ascending to 5D. And I have talked about this. There are no weapons in 5D. There are no wars in 5D. There are none of the things that we are accustomed to can go into 5D. So yeah, we are at a time of a great change and a release in a way that we would never see before. But we have to decide that as a world. We have to decide that as a world right now, because we don't have a choice. There is no in between anymore. We've been living in the in between for a long time, pretending a lot of this stuff wasn't happening, okay? And allowing some of it to happen. And now we can't pretend anymore, because we are at that crossroad right now of them trying to take over the world, okay? And that is real. It is very real, okay? I can't even tell you the stuff that I have seen and experienced. It is freaking insane. Like, you would be so blown away by how these groups operate and how they work. It is very scary stuff, okay? And they have too much access to technologies and AI that they do not have permission to use, okay? You are granted gifts as you ascend on your own and learn lessons. That's how you are granted gifts. You never steal or take gifts, okay? You never break into the sacred. You never take information or break into sacred portals to steal and kill people, okay? But that's who they are. That's who they are. That's who they are, okay? And there's a desperation with them that is so big, so crazy. You just, it's unbelievable. So this is linked to pretty much every secret society, and this is linked to the Vatican, okay, the Pope, okay? And we know this. We've known this for a really long time. How many people have written books about it? How many people have known all this stuff? How many people have talked about it and try to get out of it? We have to understand who the enemy is, and we have to understand how they work and how fierce they are. okay? They don't have boundaries and they don't care about boundaries, okay? Everybody is up for grabs. Everything is for sale, okay? That's how they think. Everybody needs to understand that. If they want two people to come together to get married and give them a baby, they will bring those two people together. They will change their contracts. They will bring them together and they will have a baby. They will take that baby from that couple, okay? That's how these people work. They make whatever they want happen, okay? That's who they are. So, we have to understand the level of them too. I don't think we understand the level of them, all right? A lot of false contracts, false marriages, false everything out there in the media, and it's all wrapped around money and power right now. So, let me see here. Okay, so let's see what messages we have right now in terms of our country. I have like the mouse coming through. The mouse. I feel like I'm the mouse. Oh, we have a panther. Ooh. Panther, I think, is about change. Unicorn energy coming through. And the wolf. The wolf. For me, the worst thing for me is like what it feels like for our country right now is that our military has been infiltrated. That's what it has felt like for like a really long time to me, energetically. This channel is for entertainment purposes only, but that's what it has felt like to me. What about the squirrel? Probably always see squirrels. But yeah, it feels like the military has been infiltrated, and that is what is bothersome. So I'm going to go to, let me see what, I'm going to call in my spirit team of the highest love and light to see if I can get any other messages that we need right now. I am seeing a cross, okay? So get your crosses out, guys. Get your crosses out. Because this is a holy war. It is a holy war. You don't have to be holy, but it's fucking holy, okay? It's a holy war. It's like the song Unholy is holy. It's a holy war. Okay, this does go back to Jesus, all right? So let me see here. A lot of what the holy war is with Jesus is that they stole from Jesus, okay? He was sacrificed on the cross. They don't really talk about that, but he was sacrificed. And so when they sacrificed that man, they took everything from him. And that was by design as well, okay? And everything they took, they went and moved on and created a whole other platform selling Jesus on the freaking cross, which is satanic, okay? And a lot of people have religion wrong, okay? And they think that it's okay to judge people. And Jesus didn't judge people, okay? A true person who is a Christian never judges. They don't stand outside abortion clinics and make people feel like shit. That's not a Christian, okay? Jesus would not be okay with that, okay? But that's part of this way of controlling people, okay? And controlling their decisions. Everything we do here is predestined. We don't need people judging us or jumping in and telling us what to do, how to speak, how to act, okay? That is not aligned to Jesus at all. And what was created out of this satanic regime that sacrificed him was a way to control. Okay? And so, no, don't come in. Sorry, my daughter's trying to come in right now. Jesus, is that you? No, Rory. Okay, well, I'm busy, okay? All right. It's okay. Don't worry. She's being supervised. All right. So anyways, there you go. There's Jesus. Okay. So Jesus just made an appearance on my freaking channel. Trying to break in. Anyways, so it's really, really important right now that we understand that they created this regime to control everyone. And that is part of the facade and the illusion, right? Is to control everyone and to make people feel bad for who they truly are. But that is not of Jesus at all. Okay, none of it is of Jesus. All right. And so we have to also ascend that type of thinking and energy. And that whole regime has to come down because it's built on false light because he was really sacrificed. So we have to start looking at, I guess, those kind of energies, and everything that this group stole from Jesus all has to go back to him. There is something with that. Everything that was taken from him has to go back to him. Everything. So a lot of these energies that they have stolen, they all go back to pretty much Jesus. Okay, that's where they go. They go to Jesus, and the way we win the war is through Jesus. I mean, he is a big part of this holy war that we are going, the energy war. He is a big part of that as well, because his energy is so powerful and so potent and so clean and so pure that it can overtake everything they have created. Okay. And it almost feels like energetically they tried to re-destroy him again in the last several years. And I think that's why I had the dream of Jesus, where I saw his energy going through the entire world and like lighting it up. I think that was when they were pretty much crashing his energy fields like all over again. And I also had a dream about a saint. Okay, I had a dream about Saint Francis, and I think that's when they were going in and destroying the saints. I think they were going into sacred portals over the last several years. I was also around the moon realm. Okay, I was with the moon goddess, and I saw that realm getting destroyed. I kept seeing all these things getting destroyed, but I didn't really put it together that these people in these dark groups were the ones destroying it. Okay, they were trying to take us over in a way that we would not know, okay, not have any knowledge of, and would never see coming ever. And our protections would be stripped from us, so we wouldn't even know what was going on until it was too late. Okay, so that's how they have been acting and working on both the physical world and in behind the veil kind of a thing. Let me see if there's any other messages for you guys right now, but I hope a lot of this is making sense to you all, and why we were getting a lot of references to the Ark of the Covenant, the Holy Grail, Constantinople, temples and portals and things like that. They were actively seeking this information out to weaponize it against us, to break into it and to take and breaking into these ancient sacred portals, okay, to get information, to steal information that was actually not for them to go near, not for them to attain in any way. So let's see if there's any other messages right now. Any other messages right now? Any other messages right now? Any other messages right now? All right, let me see. I feel like I'm getting kind of like infiltrated a little bit by my device, so I have to go like above this stupid device so that I don't get like infiltrated by it. So they don't go into my energies. Let me see. I call in Archangel Michael and kick out everything that is not of the highest love and light, justice, love energies, kicking you out. Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. They can even use my video to break into my portal, because that everything is energy, and they know how to break into energies through YouTube channels, okay, through videos, through content, through Instagram. A man just got arrested for targeting young girls with AI and with some type of a blue light system, which I've talked about, taking photos of you in the shower. That's so funny, because I was talking about that on my channel. Well, someone just got arrested for that. So that is the level that we're at in terms of our privacy. Like, where is the privacy Zuckerberg just launched his mind reading technologies. Where is the privacy? There is no privacy left. There is nothing put in place to protect us even. And that was all by design, everything was by design to block us from our protections, to block us from our sovereignty. And now we have to start looking at things through a completely new lens and rising. Deep replenishment and trust your path. If you knew you were supported, what would you do? Okay, so that's the guidance right now. I can't help but not talk about the elephant in the room, which is Trump. And I feel like I can't talk about him. And why shouldn't I be able to talk about him? I'm seeing a triangle right now. Why can't I talk about Trump? Why can't I talk about Trump on my channel? Why? Why do they make me feel so inferior that I can't talk about Trump? And why do I have to get attacked because I mentioned that guy's name? Like, why? I hate feeling like that. I hate feeling like I can't talk about anything. Like, that is a violation of my freedom of speech, okay? So like, what is going on here that we can't even talk about anything that is like really going on anymore? And that goes into the media as well. I have the crumbling going on here. Because I feel like he did something really bad to our country, and there's an elephant in the room that no one is talking about and no one is allowed to talk about. And that is the problem of what's really going on right now. Like, there is a part of me that just wants to like hop on and do a whole other reading on him and like what really happened, because I feel like there's a truth that has to get out, like there is something that is like not right. And I feel like we're living a lie, and we have to come forward with that truth in some way also to set us free. But not only to set us free, but it feels like the world, because we have NATO, okay? We have alliances and other countries who relied on us. And so there is a level of explanation that needs to go on, I feel, and a level of truth that needs to go on in order for us to move forward as a world. We have to have a level of transparency that we're not having right now. And that's what's really scary to me. That's the scariest part, is the moon, and why we're getting involved with all of these other countries when we shouldn't be. Like, we shouldn't be going near them right now. And I don't know. It just feels like, thank you, JC, to be me. It just feels like we have let our alliances down. Like, not just our own country because of what happened to Trump, but it feels like we've let other countries down, and we have opened them up to a level of warfare that they were not maybe prepared for, okay? And that's something we have yet to talk about, okay? And that bothers me a lot. So, because without us standing in our truth, then we can't, move forward as a world, okay? And that there is an elephant in the room that has to be talked about, and that elephant is Trump, okay? That is the freaking elephant that we've been dancing around now for way too freaking long. With the moon. So I'm gonna wrap it up here, but I might come on and do a Trump Russia reading, but I don't know. I'll see how that goes, and let me know if you guys are interested in that in the comment section below. But thanks for all of your support and love on here. I greatly appreciate it. You guys are awesome, and I will talk to you all soon, okay? Bye.